Imagine waking up tomorrow with the unshakable belief that whatever you truly want is not just possible, but inevitable. Not a wish, not a vague hope, a certainty that lives in your chest and guides every step you take. That kind of belief changes everything. It changes how you walk into a room, how you speak, how you recover from setbacks, how you dream. And today, we're exploring one powerful idea that can transform the course of your life. Believe that you can and will get it. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect, not when permission is granted, but now, right where you are with what you have. Most people think confidence arrives after success. They believe once they achieve something, then they'll believe in themselves. But the truth works in the opposite direction. Belief comes first, action follows, results appear last. And yet, so many wait for proof before they believe. They wait for someone else to validate them. They wait for the right moment. They wait until they feel ready. Meanwhile, their dreams sit quietly in the background, waiting for permission that never arrives. There is a quiet power in deciding, not hoping, not wishing, deciding. When you decide that something is yours, your mind begins to reorganize itself around that belief. You start noticing opportunities that were always there. You start taking actions you once avoided. You start showing up differently. People respond differently to you. The world responds differently. All because your internal story changed. Think about how many times in life you have talked yourself out of something before you even began. A goal felt too big. A dream felt unrealistic. A voice in your mind whispered that you were not ready, not smart enough, not connected enough, not lucky enough. That voice sounds convincing because it speaks in familiar tones. But familiarity does not mean truth. It's just repetition. Believing that you can and will get it does not mean everything will be easy. It doesn't mean every step will feel comfortable. It means you trust yourself to handle whatever comes. It means you understand that obstacles are part of the journey, not proof that you should stop. It means you refuse to define yourself by temporary circumstances. Every meaningful achievement in history began as a belief inside someone's mind. Before a book was written, someone believed they could tell a story. Before a business was built, someone believed they could create value. Before a great performance happened, someone believed they could step on stage. The external result always begins internally. But belief is not just a thought, it's a practice. It's something you choose again and again, especially on the days when doubt feels loud, especially when progress feels slow, especially when no one is clapping yet. Belief during easy times is common. Belief during uncertain times is rare, and that rarity is what sets extraordinary lives apart. Picture this. You have a dream sitting quietly in your heart. Maybe it's a career goal, a creative project, a personal transformation, a lifestyle change. Whatever it is, you feel it. It matters to you. Now imagine two paths. On one path, you constantly question whether you deserve it, whether you are capable, whether it's realistic. You hesitate, you postpone, you play small. On the other path, you decide that it's already yours in spirit. You act as if. You take steps forward, you learn, you adapt, you keep moving. Both paths start from the same place, only belief separates them. The world does not hand out guarantees. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be risk, but there is also an incredible reward for those willing to bet on themselves. When you believe you can and will get it, you give yourself permission to try fully. You stop holding back. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. You step into the arena. One of the biggest misunderstandings about belief is that people think it must feel absolute at all times. They imagine confident individuals never doubt. But real belief is not the absence of doubt. It's the decision to move forward despite it. Courage is not feeling fearless. Courage is acting while your hands are shaking. Your mind is constantly telling stories. Stories about who you are, what you're capable of, what the future might hold. If you don't choose your story, someone else will. Circumstances will. Past experiences will. Opinions of others will. But when you take control of your narrative, everything shifts. You become the author instead of the character being pushed around by the plot. Believing that you can and will get it is not arrogance. It's not ignoring reality. It's recognizing that your potential is greater than your current results. It's understanding that growth is possible, that learning never stops, that progress is available to those who persist. Sometimes the hardest part is not achieving the goal, it's allowing yourself to believe you deserve it. Many people carry invisible limits placed on them long ago. A comment from childhood, a comparison to someone else, a failure that left a mark. These moments become internal rules, but they're not permanent. They're stories that can be rewritten. Imagine a version of yourself who already believes fully. How would that person wake up in the morning? How would they speak? How would they treat their time? How would they handle rejection? How would they celebrate small wins? When you start embodying that version of yourself now, the gap between who you are and who you want to be begins to close. The journey will test you. There will be moments when nothing seems to work, when progress feels invisible, when you question why you started. These are the moments that define you, not the easy wins, not the lucky breaks. The quiet persistence when no one is watching, when belief becomes a choice, not a feeling. Some people won't understand your dream. They may question your choices. They may offer advice that comes from their own fears. Remember, their perspective is shaped by their experiences, not your potential. You don't need universal approval to pursue your path. You only need commitment to yourself. There is something powerful about showing up every day with intention. Even small actions compound over time. A single step may feel insignificant, but repeated consistently, it builds momentum. Belief fuels that consistency. Without belief, action fades. With belief, action becomes a habit. At this point, let's pause and create a moment of reflection, because right here is where many viewers drift away. But if you stay with me, the next part may shift how you see yourself. What if the reason you have not achieved what you want yet is not because you lack talent, opportunity, or resources? What if it is simply because you have not fully believed you could and would get it? That idea can feel confronting, but it is also empowering, because if belief is the missing piece, it is something you can start practicing today. Here's the secondary hook. Imagine looking back 1 year from now, two versions of your future self. One who kept waiting for the right time, one who decided today to believe and act. Which version feels more alive? Which version feels proud? Which version feels free? That future is being shaped right now by the beliefs you choose to hold. Belief does not mean ignoring challenges. It means preparing for them. It means learning new skills. It means asking for help. It means adjusting strategy when needed. It means staying flexible while keeping your vision clear. When you believe you can and will get it, setbacks become lessons instead of verdicts. Rejection becomes redirection. Delays become preparation. Each experience adds depth, resilience, and wisdom. This is how strong individuals are forged. Another important truth is that belief is contagious. When you truly believe in yourself, that confidence quietly spreads to the people around you. Your words carry more weight, your actions feel more intentional, and your presence becomes more convincing. Others begin to trust your vision because you trust it first. This inner conviction creates momentum. Opportunities that once felt distant start to appear within reach. Collaborations form naturally, not because you asked for them, but because people sense your clarity and direction. Support shows up in unexpected ways, through encouragement, guidance, or timely chances. Humans are drawn to confidence, not arrogance, but the calm assurance that says, I know where I'm going. When you carry belief, you inspire belief. And in a world full of doubt and hesitation, that conviction becomes a powerful force, one that opens doors, builds connections, and turns potential into progress. But even if no one else believes yet, your belief is still valid. Many pioneers walked alone before the world caught up. Do not underestimate the power of being the first person to believe in your vision. There's also a quiet joy in striving towards something meaningful. The process itself becomes fulfilling. You grow. You discover strengths you didn't know you had. You expand your comfort zone. You meet parts of yourself that were waiting to be awakened. Some days, belief will feel strong. Other days, it will feel fragile. On those fragile days, remind yourself why you started. Revisit your vision. Speak to yourself with kindness instead of criticism. Treat yourself as someone you are responsible for encouraging. There is no universal timeline. Comparison is the thief of joy. Someone else's pace has nothing to do with your path. Progress is personal. The only real competition is with yesterday's version of yourself. Believing that you can and will get it also means accepting that you are worthy of success, worthy of happiness, worthy of fulfillment. You don't need to earn your right to dream. You already have it. As you move forward, focus on what you can control: your effort, your attitude, your consistency, your willingness to learn, your courage to begin again when things don't go as planned. Every time you choose belief over doubt, you strengthen a new internal pattern. Over time, that pattern becomes your default. Confidence becomes natural. Action becomes easier. Fear loses its grip. Now, let's approach the final emotional moment. Imagine standing at the end of your life looking back. What will matter more? The times you played it safe? Or the times you dared to believe in yourself? The dreams you dismissed? Or the ones you chased with full heart? The life you settled for? Or the life you claimed? That reflection is not meant to scare you. It's meant to awaken you. You are not here by accident. You have desires for a reason. You have imagination for a reason. You have the ability to grow for a reason. When you believe you can and will get it, you honor those reasons. There will never be a perfect moment. There will never be total certainty. But there is this moment, and in this moment, you can choose belief. So, take a breath, visualize what you want, feel it as real. Let that belief settle in your chest. And then, step forward. One action, one choice, one decision, again and again. Because the truth is simple. If you believe you can and will get it, you begin to act like it. And when you act like it, the world responds, slowly at first, then suddenly. You are capable of more than you know. Your future is not fixed. Your story is still being written. And belief is the pen in your hand. If this message resonated with you, let me know. Share your thoughts in the comments. I read them, and your words might inspire someone else who needs this reminder today. If you enjoyed this journey, give this video a like so more people can find it. And if you want more stories and reflections like this, subscribe to the channel so we can grow together. Until next time, keep believing, because you can and you will get it.